Ladies and gentlemen, in this RedGamingTech.com video, we're going to be discussing recent comments from Don Mattrick as he was talking on Bloomberg, discussing Microsoft's decision to price the Xbox One at $499 US. So some have been calling the price point ridiculous, and he states that it is not ridiculous, and indeed, in a quote, "It's a lower number than some analysts had forecasted. We're over-delivering value against other choices. I think customers can get any modern product these days you look at. $499 isn't a ridiculous price point. We're delivering thousands of dollars of value to people, so I think they're going to love it when they use it. We're really making the living room your center of fun for your family," and then end quote. So, obviously the Xbox One is the most expensive console. Now, to be fair to Microsoft, the PS4, you obviously don't get the Eye bundled in with it. However, all the rest of the specifications are basically the same. In fact, of course, the PS4 has slightly more GPU power, actually has significantly more GPU power. Of course, the Xbox One does have the cloud, but obviously some of that is going to be paid for by the Xbox Live Gold subscription. So, many people are trying to tell Don and Microsoft right now that the price point is pretty darn high when your competitors are well $100 cheaper than you. And then, of course, you've got the Wii U, which is significantly cheaper depending on which package you go for. Now, Microsoft are being fairly aggressive with the defense right now, and that's the problem. They just can't seem to get off the post. I was saying this exact same thing yesterday. Every time that there is a little criticism, Microsoft have to defend it, because right now so many people are being overly critical to the system. In various polls that I've been seeing, and obviously these are not indicative of final results, we're seeing the PlayStation 4 at like 74% people are likely to get it who are voting in the poll, whereas the Xbox One is suffering at like the 12 to 14%. Now, obviously others are like saying that they're not going to buy either console, that they're intended to buy both or whatever. That kind of takes up the remainder. And obviously you've seen news consistently right now about the Amazon pre-orders, various other independent retail shops and so forth as well, all pointing out that the Xbox One is losing quite substantially ground simply because of the PS4. The PS4 announcements just seem to dwarf the Xbox. And as I've been saying, it's kind of sad really, because Microsoft really just cannot get off the stumbling blocks. I think one of the issues that Microsoft are having is that they don't really understand that people just don't want a lot of the services they are pushing. They're really pushing this, we are the center of your living room. The problem is, many people just don't give a rat's ass about that, as I've said in previous videos, and they really just want the games, and therefore Sony are offering a cheaper machine, which is more than capable than the Xbox, and honestly, if you're just into games, it's very hard to justify the $499 price point of the Xbox. Obviously, if you want all the entertainment features, then the Xbox One is certainly good value. The problem is, if you're not really that hardcore into games, you're really going to want to pay that amount just to be able to stream movies and so forth. It's a very difficult sell for Microsoft right now, and I think the polls are showing that. I think further exasperating the customers, of course, are the DRM issues which continuously plague the system. I've seen some people quoting and commenting on either videos of myself, videos I produce, or just random forum posts and so on. And they say, well, you know what, I'm paying all this money for a very restrictive system. And of course, Don keeps saying to us, or Microsoft keep telling us that, well, if you just pay the money, then you'll understand the system. But I was speaking to one of my childhood friends. Obviously, I've known him for a number of years now, and just last night, and he's not really into the games as much as he used to be, but he's just been saying that there's just no way he's going to be buying the Xbox, because he just doesn't want the DRM issues. He just wants a simple games machine, and that is it. That's all he wants. He just wants to be able to, when he's done with work, when he's back home, he just wants to be able to de-stress and do whatever the hell he wants. And of course, Microsoft right now have other issues as well, because recently in the news you've had comments from people in the military, foreign aid workers, and other people who don't really have good internet access, and they're also commenting, of course, on these DRM issues. So all of this stuff is continuously giving them negative press, and this is one of the reasons that Don and Microsoft generally continuously have to defend their position. Anyway, I think that's just about it for this particular video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I will see you soon. Take care and bye for now.